Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get ready to rumble. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. All right. If you're with us this morning, that's the good news. Hallelujah. Hope everyone has a blessed day. What we've got running here is our AI Auto Trader. If today's your first day joining us, this is a fully automated system when the strategies are enabled that will execute and manage your trades in full automation. It can also be traded on a discretionary basis. It could be a semi-automated system where we can drag our stops and profit targets and manage the trades as we see fit. So a lot of different uses. We've got our Einstein strategy. That's the strategy that I call the Einstein. It's our Sim Smart Stop 2. And I've been letting it run pre-market. I saw crude oil was in a really nice trade just a moment ago. And we've got a couple of exciting strategies we're going to run today on the E-mini. And I said last week that I was going to show you the picture of Einstein that I have. Here we go. This is a picture that I have hanging in my living room. My brother-in-law is an artist, and calling this strategy the Einstein made me think of that picture. He does a lot of iconic people. I have Bob Marley and Muhammad Ali, Albert Einstein. Come on, Einstein, go short. We're going to take a quick look. Hey, Jetty, I'm not understanding that question. Good morning, Dr. Hanson. Let's take a quick look at the Forex Factory. Hey, Dr. Jeff. Good morning, sir. Tuesday, October 8th. Here we go. We're going for a long trade on crude. A lot of volatility in crude. We've got that unrest in the Middle East right now. Let's see Einstein go to town. Let's do it. Looking to get into our profit window. That's the goal initially. Crude's out. We get within 20 ticks of our profit target. Our stop's going to come home and lock in some profits. I was going to increase the profit target window, I was thinking this morning, to 25. Right now it's at 20. But if it's at 25, if you think about it, our profit target is 100, which would be $500. If we put our profit window at 25, that means that price is at plus 75. Our stop would come down and lock in 50 ticks of profit, which would be $250. Boom, it just came in. So Einstein back up and running. Let's get the full winner. All right. So it's up $85. And I'm going to change my profit window to 25 right after this trade. Let's see how it does. In a ranging choppy market last week, we saw this strategy do extremely well. What it was doing so well, it was leveraging our pattern recognition. We call it our smart stop. If we're in a long trade and we get a bearish engulfing candle, it's going to immediately exit the trade and lock in profits or minimize loss. We give it plenty of room to mature. Oh, see, it should have, bam, it just got in our profit window and went all the way. Let's change it really quick. I'm just going to make our profit window just a little bit bigger by 5 ticks. And that strategy's been doing very well. Our NQ 2-minute, that's our retirement plan strategy. The bot, the 2-minute signal A retirement plan bot. 2-minute signal A retirement plan bot. Let's keep an eye on that one in this volatile market. Choppy, choppy. Okay, back to FOMC. Let's back to the Forex calendar, Forex factory. I don't see any red folders today. FOMC Bostic is speaking at 12:45. Trade balance was at 8:30. RCM, TIPP, economic optimism. We have various members of the FOMC speaking today. But I don't see any red flags, red folders. In a long position on crude. And what I also added was I kind of mimicked the Einstein strategy for the ES on the 30 range. I left it at a 30 range. Might go to like a 20 or 15 range to speed it up just a little bit. And this strategy also has quite a big stop. It's a 50 tick stop, a 50 tick profit target. But we're going to strategically use our break even plus or minus and our profit window to lock in profits along the way. We've been getting really nice entries on that 30 range on the E-mini. Let's see if we can get this trade to mature to the downside. So if we go to plus 250, it would have to go 75 ticks. I take that back. If we get to 75 times 5, 375. Plus 375, we're in our profit window. This looks like a bullish, looked like a bullish engulfing there, but it wasn't. That wick on the previous candle. So we're still in short on the NASDAQ. Looks a lot like yesterday. Yes, Rao. Rao says the market is trendless. We've got a strategy for a trendless market, and it's called Einstein. Here it is, right here on your right. The Einstein strategy does not need a trend. All right, we're up plus 665 on Einstein. What I normally like to do is let the leaderboard show me what's working in this market environment. And I know historically from running the strategies, I have some personal favorites. And then I make a decision as to what I'm going to do regarding my live account. And now all indications are pointing to that Sim Smart Stop 2. But I like to make a decision around 10 o'clock. I like the first half hour to let things settle down. When you get the system, everything is set up. Every bot has its own individual SIM account. In fact, we've developed a special tool that sets the workspace up for you. So there is no heavy lifting. With the click of a mouse, you'll have all the bots and drones set up in a separate SIM account. Now you can see how that just minimized the risk on this trade. It got that bearish engulfing candle on that long entry, and we took a $40 loss on the loser. Now it jumped right back in long. But listen, with that bearish engulfing, it could have come back quite a ways on us. We've got to be careful because we're headed right into resistance. Our profit target is above that area of resistance. So if I wanted to be a little more conservative, I could drag my profit target right below that area of resistance and take profits right there. Now I'm going to kind of let it play through, play out. See if it can find its way through. Hey, good morning, Colonel. Okay, maybe we can call it Luke. Very biblical name. Come on now, push up. Afternoon. Good afternoon, Colonel. Are you still in Greece? Uh-oh, this one's coming back on us. Taking a little heat on Einstein, a.k.a. Luke. Cool hand Luke. We're down here in Florida, and we've got this huge, if you're living in a hole, you probably haven't heard, but Milton, Hurricane Milton, holy moly, this is a monster. Fifth strongest storm ever recorded in the history of hurricanes, recorded history. Come on now, push through. We got Hurricane Milton bearing down on Florida. Poor Cush, pray for Cush. You know the state of Florida is a peninsula. And Mark Miller, Sergio, myself, we're on the bottom of that panhandle, all the way down South Florida. However, Cush and Doc live in the Villages, which is in Orlando area, which is Central Florida. And they're staring down the barrel of Hurricane Milton. So our prayers go out to Doc, Cush, anybody I know we've got some members in Fort Myers too. Anybody in the path of this monster, please, if you're in an evacuation zone, evacuate. They've closed all of the public schools here in Florida, even down here. Listen, these things, we've seen it before. They could take a last minute turn, and they think it's going to hit Orlando, and all of a sudden it shifts, and bam, it hits Palm Beach. This is trouble. This is trouble for the smart stop. Ooh, that was a painful one. Let's see where our 2 minute is. 2 minute, we're setting up for a long trade on our 30 range, a short. So we don't have any clear direction of a trend on the NASDAQ. It's just in chop right now. We're in no rush, no rush. Good morning, Brandon. The win rate for the bot? Ray, the win rate isn't a win rate to write home about. The reason why these bots are so successful is our risk to reward ratio is leaned heavily in our favor. Some of these bots have as much as a 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if we win 40% of our trades, we're going to be extremely profitable. We have some bots that will win 60, 70%. The vast majority are right around 40%, 30 or 40. And we have some really clever ways to manage these positions. Sometimes not only is the entry important, but the way we manage the trades, come to find out, is maybe even more important. So we have some really cool metrics in our strategy that allow us to, with a one contract strategy, to go for a home run trade with a very ambitious profit target. But along the way, we could lock in profits before it reaches the maximum excursion. We have a break even plus or minus. We have our profit window. We have our smart stops that look at they look at candle pattern recognition. So even with a win rate, Ray, of 40%, we can really bring home the bacon. A perfect example is our Haymaker. Our Haymaker strategy, that looked like a perfect Haymaker entry. Looking at this 30 range. We have our Haymaker cross here, which would be a short entry for the Haymaker. But in this choppy ranging market, I think this NQ Smart Stop 2 is the way to go. Trying to get into our profit window here. We need about 375. Now it locked in about $150. It exited on the bearish engulfing. Our ES on the 30 range is the ES is kind of just hovering. It's not moving. Where the yellow dotted line is our VWAP. We're just above our VWAP. Our Laguerre is locked to the upside. really like the position of our stop on this trade. Our stop is right above resistance. Starting to line up now with the 2-minute. So now our 30 range and 2-minute are in agreement. We've got this area of resistance, and if we break through that, we've got some running room to the upside. I'm kind of sitting on my hands until about 10 o'clock. There it goes. Back to the downside. Great job, Stephen. Steve just passed his 50,000 evaluation. Ooh, boy, that came in dangerously close. Our stop is in a really good position. It's coming back to retest it, though. So we've got some buying pressure on the NASDAQ. There goes our 2-minute. Okay, here we go to the upside. Let's see what the Mack truck is doing. We also trade a 20 Unorenco. Hasn't taken a trade just yet. It's a nice long entry. Let's see if we get some running room to the upside. Got through that area of resistance. Let's see if we can get some legs here on this entry. Got a hammer, a bullish hammer. Push up. Another hammer. Okay, it took our smart stop. Jumped in short. This is a good strategy for a choppy market. There goes our E-mini. That E-mini might be the sleeper of the day. Getting a retracement. Bounced right off the 15. That's the signal D entry, actually. When you get a wick through that 15 and a continuation up, that's the Danny B. That's the Danny B entry. Signal D. All right, so the NASDAQ and the E-mini are slowly pushing to the upside. Excuse me for just a moment. Everything okay? Okay. Sorry about that. We just locked in about about 2 points on the E-mini. Squeezes it just a little tight. We locked in 2 points of profit, eight ticks. Here's a long entry. We need this strategy to get a nice winner right here to keep it in the game. Took a smart stop. Excuse me. The Russell one-day pass didn't go all the way, but it did get a profitable trade. Just going to sit on my hands here. Not in a big rush. Some definite buying pressure. Our volume, we're just under 1,000 contracts a minute. Good volume on the E-mini. NASDAQ, here we go. Just got a big burst of volume. Just got a spike. Oh, look at my ES trade go. Now my ES trade is very close now. If it isn't already in the profit window, it's about to get there. Come on, get in our profit window. Push up just a little more. Get up there. There we go. Bam. E-mini went right in our profit window. So we're going to squeeze it just a little bit. We're not going to give back more than we have the potential to make. There's an equal distance from the stop to the profit target. So we made a nice $425 trade on that ES Smart Stop. That's a slight variation to the other ES30. Here we go. Let's get a comeback on this Smart Stop 2 on the NASDAQ. I think we're in the right direction now. Just hoping we're not too overbought. We're quite a ways off of the 50. Our ES30 range star is still in this. This is the strategy that Robert, we have a member of our community named Robert that shared this strategy with us that has really goes for a home run, 100 tick profit target on that E-mini. NQ Smart Stop 2. Here we go. This is our really our window of opportunity usually between 10 and 11:30. Market finds the direction. The volume will pick up in little bursts. And we could piggyback a couple of nice trades. Market wants to push up, doesn't it? I'm going to mute myself for a minute. I think my daughter's school is calling. Okay, I'm back. That's the school saying, come pick up your daughter. Come pick up your kids. There's a storm coming. They're closed tomorrow, but they're encouraging everyone to pick up their kids early today. Yeah, Rao, I see that. These short entries are a bit scary. Boy, this Russell's going to the moon. Let me tell you, this ES might be the sleeper of the day. We got the E-mini, the Russell, and the 2-minute retirement plan on the leaderboard. And we could get a big reversal now. This is really overbought. That 2-minute is really way off that 50. Man, Steven, you're doing great today, man. Congratulations. We got our crude oil. Crude oil 1 day pass coming up at 11. I think I'm going to put that on my. Crude's taken a big nosedive. It spiked to about 7 or 8% in the last couple of weeks. Crude oil has. And now it's headed to the basement. Come on, Einstein. Get in that profit window. Love to see it start gaining some traction. Our 2 minute retirement plan is just waiting for that short roll. Can't wait to get in short on that 2 minute retirement plan. We need a retracement back to the 50 on the 30 range. Here comes a really nice signal A on crude oil. If this Laguerre, if this RSI line, relative strength line, comes up into that green area, look for that big short roll. Big volume on crude. 1,000 contracts, 1,200. They're really playing crude oil right now, big time. Get in that profit window. Okay, it took the smart exit. Locked in a few $100s of profit. Fighting its way back. Now let's see if it'll jump in long. That's kind of the strategy. Is it'll ride it until it finds that engulfing candle and then reverse direction and jump in the opposite side. On a choppy market, it's been working well. It's going to take a signal A long. Bam. Signal A long. This is our Haymaker entry. Oh, that was actually a signal C. It looked like a signal A. Here we go. That's a beautiful entry. We got retracement right back to the 50 and a continuation up into the trend. Little upside resistance. That was a picture perfect entry though. Now what I could do is on this ES star, because watching my stop down here and I'm up 400, it gives me anxiety. So what I like to do is I like to right click it and just attach it to my, I'm going to attach it to my modified fast, which is my 15 EMA. So now I'm trailing the trade and it's locked on my 15 EMA. Okay, Steven's in. I'd love to see Steven catch fire. Here comes a short on crude. Watch the short roll. It's been trending down all morning. Big legs down. We got this little retracement to the 50. This potentially could be a big move down to the downside. Okay, it did the same thing. It took profits on the bearish engulfing. We're stuck. We're stuck between the 50 and resistance to the upside. We're in a very narrow channel here on the Nasdaq. Just went short. Got a bit bullish engulfing and exited quick. So I think what I'm thinking of doing is playing the crude oil one day pass at 11. I don't see really anything juicy on the Nasdaq. Crude oil, I'm seeing some huge swings to the downside. Another short trade. Man, when this thing goes short, this market gets reverses on us, it's going to take a big move down. It's starting to get that feeling. Hmm. Let's take a look at the Russell. The Russell's on top of our leaderboard. Now that's a beauty. Here we go. Here comes the retirement. The retirement plan should be in on this. Nope. All right, the Bulls are still in control. I haven't seen anything yet that would get me excited about jumping into a trade. Um, so I'm just kind of letting this strategies run in sim here and sitting on my hands. Is this the short roll we've been waiting on? Nope. Here's a signal A, long. Took it. Let's see if this one gets legs. Come on, let's go. Boy, they're trying to bring the price of crude down, aren't they? Here it goes. Here goes crude. See if it breaks down through this area of support. Retesting 73.85. This looks a lot like yesterday. This is deja vu. And in hindsight, yesterday, it would have been best to stay far away from the NASDAQ. All right, looking at this chop makes me want to bring my profit target and my profit target way in. Just not getting there. But that can all change in an instant. Steven's back in. Yeah, Orlando is part of the evacuation zone, Brandon. Poor Fort Myers, man. Do I feel bad for Fort Myers? It appears it's going to go to the north of Fort Myers, but man, they're still going to get it. And it's a 15-foot surge. 15 feet. Fort Myers just completely rebuilt that whole road that goes on that borders the Gulf of Mexico, where all the hotels and beautiful homes right on the Gulf. They just rebuilt every single home there. And now this one's even worse than the last one. Uh-oh. This is trouble. This is trouble for this strategy. Here comes the retirement. The retirement plan should be in on this. Our 30 range 1 day pass is in on a short move, it looks like. Here's the 1 day pass. Hmm. Nope. Thought it got a trade. My eyes are playing tricks on me. NQ 2-minute smart stop. Let's take a look at that one. Sim. All right, here's our break of support on crude. Get this break of support. Um, this thing could have some legs. There goes the Haymaker. Nice. Haymaker's been holding back. This is one of our most exciting strategies right here. It took this long position nice and tight to the 50. It's got a 50 tick trailing stop, and it's going for it's going for the moon. With the range of the market the way it is today, ooh, it's a little scary. um, this does best when there's some bigger moves. Here's the reversal on the 2-minute. The ES looks like it's frozen. It's amazing that ES. You get 5,000 contracts a minute, and you look at the bar, and it's just sitting there. Oh, there it goes. Crude just broke. Crude just broke. Here we go with the big move down on that break. Boy, it's tempting to take that on a discretionary basis. Let's see if our signal B jumps in. Good volume. Look at the volume on crude. It's flying. Boy, is that tempting to jump in short. Ah, oh, jeez. Boy, we saw that one coming a mile away. Let's go to a signal A. Need another pullback to resistance. We need another pullback to support. Here we go. I think I'm going to play the crude oil signal A, to be honest. So I'm going to put on my leader account the crude oil. I just like the looks. I just like the way it's moving today. Those signal A's, those pushes to the downside, have some really nice moves. CL. Ten range, signal A. Black gold. All right, so I put my, I'm going to put a trade on. I'm going to try to get a trade on this signal A on this crude oil. So I've got my gear pinned to the top, and I'm looking for a short roll now into the direction of the trend. And I put it copied across all 5 or 6 different Apex accounts, and I'm going to try to catch this move to the downside here.
Order submitted.
Let's make some room. We need a pullback right to the 50, and then a short roll down.
Order submitted.
Sim Smart Stop 2 is back in. Here we go. Let's see if we catch this short on crude.
Order submitted.
It's doing just what we wanted it to do. We've got some downside support here that could block the trade from executing. We have a built-in filter into this strategy that will prevent a trade directly into a pivot or an area of support or resistance.
Order submitted.
That's it. Go up a little further. Perfect. Perfect. Setting up nice on crude. Good volume on crude. 1,300 contracts a minute. Very good volume on crude. There goes the ES pushing up and the NASDAQ. The ES could be our sleeper. Come on, let's go NASDAQ. Push up higher. Push through.
Order submitted.
Here we go. We're in
Order
short.
submitted.
We got the short roll we were looking for. See if we get some follow through the downside. Very little risk on the trade. Not giving it a lot of room at all.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Come on, push through. Push down, crude. One more time. Push down.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Come on. Get down. No, don't bounce now. It's bouncing off the 15. Mm.
Order submitted.
All right, we took a $60 loss on that one. Try it again. ES30 range.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
YM jumped in. Let's see if we can get this short roll on crude this time. We got some room now. Come on, get through that 15. I'm looking at the crude oil trade. $11 o'clock is really our peak time for crude.
Order submitted.
Well, this looks like a good entry here. Yeah, I see that, Brandon. It
Order
is.
submitted.
I keep hoping it's going to change and turn around, but it's the NQ is very treacherous today. I was looking for a short entry on crude, but we might be too far oversold. I'm a little late to the party.
Order submitted. Order
There we go.
submitted.
We're back in crude. See if we can get some follow through.
Order
Nope.
submitted.
Okay. I am not a pain freak. I'm down 200 across 5 accounts, 6 accounts.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Let's go to the 1 day pass. I'm going to take a shot at it. What I'm referring to, I'll show you on my trade performance. October 8th. Hey, Day Trader NY. It is, Shredder. Yes, we do, Day Trader. We have a really diversified portfolio of strategies. We're covering all the futures index equities along with crude oil and gold. We have a strategy on crude that for the month of September, right through today, August 8th, is up 13,000 with a max drawdown of 1,400. This is our crude oil 1 day pass. It's got a 70% profitable rate. So statistically, this is my most powerful strategy. It kicks on at 11 a.m. Eastern. The system does a time optimization of historical data. It looks at historical data and optimizes the trading session hours. And this strategy is set to run at 11 a.m. So I'm going to go for the gusto. Oh, here's my signal A. I just switched it too. I've been getting wicked out on those short entries on crude, so I switched it up. I'm not in this trade. I switched it up to the one-day pass, which is a very aggressive strategy. Very aggressive. Look at this. Now I'm going to get some follow through the downside. Look at that, Brandon. It's always when you take it off, right? These short trades on the Nasdaq today have been failing miserably. Oh, big pop to the upside. Look at that candle. There goes the E-mini. You know what? Let's take it off. Now that was what we were waiting on. Something just happened. Oh, Lord, look at this.
Order submitted.
And Q smart stop. So I'm going to start this, reset the strategy. Huge spike of volume. You can see we're running 3,300, 3,500 contracts a minute on crude. Huge spike in volume.
Order submitted.
I'm going to look for the Haymaker.
Order submitted.
Oh, there it goes too. That's the position I wanted, that long right there. If it breaks through that resistance,
Submitted.
this one could run. With that volume, that spike in volume, that's what we were waiting on. Got some real buying pressure here. Here we go. We're getting the retracement. Need a big retracement here.
Order submitted.
Hmm. Oh, look at the E-mini. The E-minis are our sleeper. Robert with the ES30 range star. Yes, Robert. I cut my winner short, and that thing had some legs, didn't it? Sim Smart Stop 2, where are you?
Order submitted.
There we go. Let me see if I can get in on this thing.
Order submitted.
Damn, I missed it again. Look at this. Man, this thing needs a profit window in a big way, doesn't it? Oh, man, this thing needs a profit window.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, I am going to do the CL one-day pass, um, but I'm just going to do it. I have an account that's a 300,000 account. It's a little better suited than the 50,000.
Order submitted.
Mm. Boy, these short trades have been failing miserably. Go ahead. Push down. Stuck on the 15. Push down. Push through. There you go. Oh.
Order submitted.
Mm. Come on down. Come on down. There you go. Push down.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, let's get this crude oil one-day pass in. So we're going to put as our leader account coming up at 11 o'clock. We got 10 minutes. We're going to try to catch one of these trades on crude. We're going to put it on a one-day pass on a $300,000 account.
Order submitted.
Crude's been pretty volatile. This
Order
is our black
submitted.
gold strategy. It's going for 90. It's got a trailing stop.
Order submitted.
ES Smart Stop. The ES is our two top strategies. The one that I made that's very conservative is just edging out the Rockstar. Okay, CL. Let's find our one-day pass. CL 10 range 50,000. There it is. And we're just going to play it on number 39. Okay. So what we did was I have a $300,000 account with Apex, and I've put it on the CL one-day pass. That's trading 10 contracts. Historically, over the last month or so, right about 11 o'clock, these are the numbers. So we're going to play the numbers. It has a 70% win rate. Really nice winning percentage. And you can see the P&L. It's just tremendous. So we're going to give it a shot. It triggers at 11. That's when the trading session begins. But it needs that gear to be locked. It's got to be locked either up or down in order to trigger a trade. I think I'd be crazy at this point not to trade the ES. I think I should switch it. We're in another trade. Let's put it on the ES Rockstar. Go for one last trade. It's getting late. It's 10:53. Let's go to the Rockstar. Oh, it's in a trade. No, it's not. I'm sorry. All right, so I took that ES. The one that's in a trade is actually the conservative one. It's the Sim ES, this one. This one's in a trade. This is the one that's a little more conservative. It's in a long entry. So we're going to play the crude oil, 50,000 one-day pass, and we're going to play that ES. I really don't see a good opportunity on NASDAQ today. I'm right around break even on my Apex accounts. I've been doing a lot of hand sitting. This we're going to put on the crude oil one-day pass. This is how my accounts are looking. Basically took very few trades. One or two on crude and one or two on the NASDAQ. And right around anywhere from up 15 to down 125. If I have a bad day, I try to keep it to a minimal. I want my winning days to be much bigger than my losing days. But I do want to give it one more shot. I'd love to get into an E-mini trade. And I'd like to catch this crude oil one-day pass. So in 4 minutes, the fireworks should begin. The one that I'm in on this ES is actually the 30 star. ES 30 star is this one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. We have a really great YouTube channel. I want to share a video with you. I did a presentation that really goes into a lot more depth on the logic behind this system. We call it the AI Auto Trader because it leverages some artificial intelligence. It's unique in the sense that it can dynamically adjust the inputs or parameters of your strategy based on market conditions, as well as candlestick patterns. It has a candlestick pattern recognition component. It self-optimizes the stop and the profit targets based on the range of the market.
Order submitted.
And having the ability to change based on market conditions can be very helpful. Today we had, our ES strategies and the Russell. The Russell is a little out of the ordinary to be on our leaderboard. The ES has really been one of our most powerful strategies. The NASDAQ normally is our moneymaker. It's our go-to strategy. Today, it hasn't been the case. But the system definitely did tell us, hey, don't trade it. The way we make our day-to-day decisions is really based on our leaderboard. We see which ones the institutional money is influencing. When it comes top, the cream always rises to the top. When it comes to the top of our leaderboard, we look to trade those best performing strategies in our live accounts. And just about 11 a.m. Eastern, in about 1 minute, we will have the potential to get in on this CL one-day pass. Our one-day pass, day trader, is one of our part of our custom strategy templates to help prop traders pass their evaluation. It takes the maximum number of contracts and the minimum amount of ticks necessary in order to clear the hurdle and pass the evaluation in 1 day, 1 trade. Excuse me, just for a minute. We're going to go to about at least 11:15. If we get into a trade, we'll extend it. We're looking for a trade on crude or the ES. I am personally. I still have my NASDAQ strategies running in the background, but I'm copying these 2 accounts over here. I see that cross coming in, which is our signal B entry. And I could see our market internals signals. Those are those green triangles. That's telling us, hey, they're really, ooh, watch this short entry on crude. Here goes this 1 day pass short. You see my cross came up. And that's telling me, hey, if this closes to the downside, buckle up. It's game time. Oh! Well, I thought we were in. Still could go. Let's get it. The ES is the only instrument today that just very nicely and slowly worked itself right up. Not a lot of static. Oh, we missed that signal A. Uh, we may not have had a clear shot to our profit target with this area of support underneath us, is what I'm thinking. Excuse me for just a quick second.
Order submitted.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get into that short position on crude. If you check out our YouTube channel on YouTube, if you go to YouTube, if you search Right Line Trading, come to our channel, and you click on this live tab, you'll be able to get into if you subscribe to our channel, you'll be notified when we go live. And we go live every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Boy, look at that beautiful signal A entry on crude. Mm-mm-mm. Boy, that was hurt, Brandon. We like to be extremely transparent. If we have a bad day trading, there's no hiding from it. Today, I would classify for this system as being a bad day. The signal A black gold drone got in, but not the 50,000 one-day pass. And the two of them should be connected. Hmm. Hmm. All right, we'll give it 10 more minutes. make sure I, no wonder. Let me put back my crude oil 1-day pass. Signal A. Oh, it did get into a trade.
Order submitted.
November, November.
Order submitted.
Okay, let's see if we can get some traction on this one. Looks like volume has waned on us a little bit. We're just under 200 contracts a minute right now. Ideally, we want at least 1,000 contracts a minute on the NASDAQ. Definitely not less than 500. Yeah, we're in a very low volume environment now.
Order submitted.
Yeah, we're under 500. Very difficult day. E-mini was the instrument. I spent this morning building this one very similar to the star. Just a little different trade management. And then didn't even trade it. ES Smart Stop 2. This is starting to set up for a short.
Order
The
submitted.
problem is on my 2-minute. It just took the short, but look at my 2-minute. The overall trend is bullish. Does this have the legs to make it 100 ticks? At least 75. Not many short trades on the NASDAQ have succeeded today.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
That was a bullish engulfing.
Order
Jumped right
submitted.
back in short. I like when it starts trading like this, but today's been rough.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, let's go over the leaderboard. It's a rough day. I'm gonna just disable my um, trade copier, and this is how I ended up personally. It was a small drawdown day. Um, 125 was the worst account, um, with an average of about $85 per account, and one of them happened to be up about $15. So a very small drawdown today, and we're going to give it our best shot tomorrow at the same exact time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. To highlight the best strategies today, well, it was by far the ES. The ES caught some beautiful long trades. This ES Smart Stop 2 jumped in two long ones and went up $1,000. Robert's ES 30 star is up 987. It caught one monster signal C trade and hit our profit target at about 100 ticks. So those were the two highlights of today's trading session. The Russell um, did very well today. If we look at the Russell chart, our 15 range cash cow caught a beautiful long trade and stopped trading. Didn't take another trade the whole day. So it kind of sidestepped a lot of chop, took that one nice big move up, and sat on the sidelines for the rest of the day. 2-minute retirement plan up about 135. Crude oil, with all those big, huge moves to the downside, only picked up 30 bucks. YM just above water, and that was it. So let's try it again tomorrow, God willing. Please come join me tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Listen, if you're in the pathway of this storm, I would not play games. My goodness, this is a monster. Please, everybody, stay safe with this Milton. Hurricane Milton's bearing down on Florida. And if you're in Florida, please do the right thing. If you're in evacuation zone, leave. Get out of the way. Stay safe, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Bye-bye.